Shalom Aleichem, everybody. We've been hearing a lot about the talk of redemption, Geula, the days of Mashiach, and there's a correlation between what's going on in the world, all the intense situations that are occurring over the world right now are pointing to the reality of redemption. So how close are we? How close do I believe we really are? Well, the answer is I don't know exactly. Only Hashem knows exactly. But based on the signs, based on what is happening now in the world, I believe we're already in the process of redemption. Just the early stages. What does that mean? I think that the world is getting shifted. The reality in which we live in, the habits we have, the thought processes we have, our whole daily lives have been changed. We've all been enslaved to our daily lives, rather than connecting to the essence of who's giving us this life, Hashem. We get caught up in the physical, and we're not as connected to the spiritual. So I think this shifting of systems, this reality shift, I believe this is a part of redemption. Now, there's different stages, and the real completion, so to speak, or I shouldn't say completion, but the next step, the real step, or I should say the more known step because there's different phases to the redemption, as I said. So the biggest jump is obviously the coming of the Mashiach and the building of the temple, and which will enable a feeling of God's presence all over the world. There will be it will be the obvious reality. Godliness will be open and revealed. Whereas in days of exile, it's hidden. Godliness is concealed, and we have to dig and reveal it through learning Torah and doing good deeds for one another. So I don't believe we are far at all. I don't even believe we will wait to see this. I believe we are in the process now already of the redemption, but our every action has an effect on how it will unfold. We see a lot of sadness in the world. We see a lot of painful situations. But we have to recognize that Hashem is running the show. Hashem is trying to connect to His people. He created all of us. He adores us, loves us more than we love ourselves. And if you're Jewish, your mission is to keep the Torah and do mitzvahs. If you're a Gentile, you're not Jewish, like I've said in many videos, you have an obligation to also keep the 7 laws of Noach, 7 laws for mankind, which are much more than just 7 specific laws. It's 7 main laws and deep teachings within them and stories. And that's a huge purpose that you get to accomplish, and to be a righteous Gentile, and to be a huge part of this redemption, to be really another piece to this beautiful puzzle. And Hashem loves you very much. And if you're Jewish, you have to keep the Torah. You have to do your best to learn more and more, because that's the essence of who you are. And if you say, I don't know, it's not for me, then you haven't really learned enough of it, because it's easy to feel far from something, to feel discouraged from something from far away. But you have to really open it. Give yourself a chance. Open it up. I promise you will not regret it, because the Torah is unlike any other activity in the world. Learning Torah is not like going to find a new hobby. You're uncovering who you are. This is something that's familiar to your neshama, to your soul. These beautiful teachings are not something extra. They're just uncovering what's already there. Our soul is at a very high level and has a very potent, strong understanding of godliness. But the more sins we do, the more we cover up our soul from within us. And the more mitzvahs we do, the more good deeds we do, the more we reveal the soul that's within us. So I don't believe we're far at all. Every action you do, you have this inner fight within you. I want to do a good deed. I want to do something nice for someone, but I have this desire to do the wrong thing. Every time we overcome that desire and we do the right thing, that could be the one extra step needed to bring the redemption. It's the scale. It's always a balance between the world, good deeds, bad deeds of what's going on in the world. The second we do tshuva, the second we tip the scales in the good favor, we're out of here. Hashem will take us to the redemption. And like I said, all you have to do is look at what's going on in the world right now to see the signs of the Creator. Have we ever seen a situation where we're not allowed to leave the house like this, where our whole society, our whole system, everything we thought was so exciting, whether it was going to clubs, whether it was going to music festivals, whether it was going to sports events, restaurants, hotels, physical things. Do you notice there's a physical trend? There's something that's just about instant gratification. And it's the whole world that's been affected by this. It's not just you specifically in particular, the person watching right now. It's all of us who have been impacted by this physicality. So now Hashem created a situation in the world to remind us, hey, these are not what are important. And Hashem's been very merciful. A lot of people have been healed. The situation is much better in some ways than we expected. There are a lot of people sick, and we should pray that they should all be recovered immediately, God willing, Bezrat Hashem. Yet we also realize that a lot of people have been recovering from it. The situation is much better than, at least in Israel here, the situation is amazing, thank God. It's still, obviously, people are sick, they should be healed. But compared to what we thought it could have been, it's a miracle what Hashem's been doing. So we have to recognize that this process could it's a ride. We're going on a journey. We're going from exile to redemption. If we do mitzvahs, it will be, if we increase our actions, the more we increase and we share with others, the smoother the ride will be. Unfortunately, if we don't chas v'shalom, get on board, it's going to be a bumpy ride, and it could be a lot more bumpy than what we've seen so far. But I believe we're all going to wake up. We're all going to recognize God's kindness and His journey that He has for us, so to speak. That we're not just here just to live 80 years, wake up, go to bed, wake up, go to bed, wake up, go. No, there's something more here. There's something much greater than what we see that we have the ability to connect to and bring out and reveal in this world. So the redemption could be today. And it's happening right now. Every action you do takes us to a closer stage in the redemption until we reach the ultimate redemption. So thank you so much. God bless you.